When in Grenada, it would be a crime not to sample its famous beaches, and after a busy day filled with a jam-packed itinerary, Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall enjoyed a stroll on its gleaming white sands. The couple made their way to Grand Anse Beach, with Camilla kicking off her wedges but Charles keeping his brogues resolutely laced up. The couple seemed to enjoy themselves immensely as they strolled without a care in the world, apart from the phalanx of waiting photographers. Their brief moment of solitude came at the end of a busy day of engagements, 10 in all, highlighting the political, cultural, and economic links between the Commonwealth country of Grenada, where the Queen is still head of state, and the UK. Camilla looked cool in a favorite yellow Anna Valentine tunic and floaty trousers, with pearls earrings and appropriately shell-pink painted toes. They made their way slowly to the nearby Mount Cinnamon resort, where astonished holidaymakers were waiting to greet them. The couple had flown to the fifth stop on their whirlwind tour of Caribbean earlier today and received a warm West Indies welcome. The couple are currently in Grenada, where they will learn more about local agriculture and the history of cocoa and spice production on the island. Charles and Camilla are on a marathon 12-day tour of the region, visiting 6 countries in 12 days and undertaking a staggering 50 engagements, despite both now being in their 70s. They have already taken in St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Barbados, St. Kitts, and Nevis, and will tomorrow become the first British royals to ever visit communist Cuba in an historic 4-day visit. Camilla has teasingly hinted that she and her husband may even be tempted to try their hand at some salsa. The tour is being undertaken at the request of the British government to strengthen and highlight diplomatic, political, economic, and cultural ties in the region. It is also seen as an important validation of the prince's confirmation last year that he will inherit the role as head of the Commonwealth from his mother, the Queen. Each of the 5 islands visited so far are part of the family of nations, which will take on an even more crucial role for the UK post-Brexit, and still have the Queen as their head of state, making them British realms. On arrival at Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport, the couple were greeted by the Governor-General, Dame Cecile La Grenade, before being whisked off to the new Parliament building in St. George's. Later they will attend an official welcome ceremony and reception with Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, at the Grenada Houses of Parliament building. The Prince will also plant a tree at Government House and enjoy a visit with his wife to the House of Chocolate, where they will be lucky enough to enjoy a brief tour, a tasting session and try a sip of cocoa tea, and traditional-style chocolate beverage. They will also enjoy the sounds of steel pan musicians and dancers in a local spice market and visit a booth selling nutmeg, a nutmeg-based pain relief cream, and jams, jellies and syrups, which are manufactured from the fruit of nutmeg. Prince Charles met the daughter of an old school friend during the trip today, while his wife picked up some local handicrafts. Camilla borrowed some cash from aides to snap up a stunning peacock print clutch bag costing 80 ECD, £22, from Pure Elegant Designs, and a colorful print canvas shopper costing 100 ECD, £28, from Nutmeg Design Company, and had a handful of natural sponges thrown in for free. Meanwhile, the prince looked touched as Lily de Silva Lee, 8, gave him a postcard of the island and told him that her father, journalist Simon Lee, was a pupil with him at Gordon's Tune and they appeared in a production of Macbeth together. "I remember him," the prince exclaimed. "Please give him my regards." "What is he doing now?" "That was amazing," said Lily, who was with her mother Anna Levite. "Can I meet Meghan Markle now?" Later the couple visited the House of Chocolate, where they sampled chocolate tea and Grenadian high-quality chocolate. They were greeted at the House of Chocolate Grenada by chocolate educator, Magdalena Field. While Charles stood nodding as they heard the story of how the chocolate is made, Camilla's eyes drifted over to the dozens of bars of chocolate on display and she chose a selection to purchase. Charles had to gently tap his wife on the shoulder to encourage her to move on from browsing to see the next showcase of desserts and carefully crafted truffles. Charles joked, "They are all very good for you, I'm sure, Dot. Did you make all these yourselves, even the chocolate gold?" The couple were then given some cocoa tea to try, but seemed surprised at the bitter taste. Camilla wasn't too keen, but Charles seemed to be a big fan and asked to finish hers as well, which he promptly did. They were then given a whole selection of chocolate samples to try, which they greatly enjoyed. Flavors included charcoal roasted beans, dark with bee pollen, sea salt, nutmeg, and spices. Camilla was particularly taken with the bee pollen variety, while Charles was very keen on the spice-filled kind with milk chocolate, claiming the pairing was a particular favorite, according to staff there. The couple also met local cocoa bean farmers. Charles seemed impressed and asked, "You grow all these?" He inquired what time of year was best for growing. The couple were presented with a special chocolate picture book they were told was for your grandchildren so they can follow in a colossal hamper full of goodies. Charles eyed up the chocolate liqueur, joking, "I might have to try some of that on the way back." The couple were given another huge bag of chocolate to take home for the Queen. They also walked down to a farmer's market where they sampled delicious vegan canapes courtesy of the Silver Sands Hotel and local renegade rug punch. Charles and Camilla looked delighted as they were greeted by colorfully dressed dancers and stilt walkers to the sound of a tin pan band.